Okay guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another Airguns Raider and hip shot video. Today guys, we're going to see if we can't get into the cutting of some of the materials on this Roni build for the M&P9 BB pistol using the Nerf platform. So we're going to use my Dremel guys to do most of the work guys. Don't forget guys, always wear you some eye protection, you know, or any type of glove protection that you have. I don't have any on today, but mostly the eye protection guys, because you don't want to put your eyes out. Just like when you're shooting these guns guys, you always want to be protected because the projectiles could put your eye out. So let's get started. I'm going to do some basic cuts right now guys. I know I need to get rid of the this portion because we're going to use it for another part. Let me see. Yeah. So we're gonna try to be as careful as we can and try to get that material moved. A lot of the cuts and cutting may change, guys, as we go along. Just stay tuned and we'll see what we can do. Pause for a minute, guys. So don't worry about, try to get this thing as clean as you possibly can. Don't worry about, we're gonna have burrs and stuff, guys. We get rid of some of that with the sanding. You just don't want to chunk off stuff that you may need or may want to keep and use. Some of that can be covered up when you paint, when you get ready to paint as well. So just keep that in mind as you're doing your cuts. Yeah, you just want to be as close as you possibly can. You don't want to worry so much about the cuts as long as you've already pre-planned them, like I've shown you guys in my drawings. So I kind of know where I'm going with some of this. But don't worry if you cut too much. It's just you being improvising. You know, improvise and change whatever it needs to do for the design, as long as you don't cut too much and it doesn't keep the integrity of this thing down, you know, in terms of what your design is. Okay, so some of this stuff, you guys, you may have to change bits in order to reach, or in my case, guys, what I'll do is I'll go in with my hot blade and take care of some of this stuff. Be right back. Okay, so right now, guys, we're not going to worry about changing bits or getting the blade. We're going to just go ahead and do the base cuts as far as I can get them, and then we'll clean it up with the hot blade. That's a knife or any type of cutting instrument that you use to get this to cut off and usually to do curves and stuff like that, guys. So I use a hot blade, or I can change the blade on this Dremel and use one of the pieces that will allow me to do some of this work, but it's no big deal. I'm not going to worry about it at this point. Okay. Okay, guys, so I've gone on and I've fashioned myself a cocking handle for this thing. I've got a few details to do to make sure that it's functional and continues to work properly. Okay, so now we've completed the cut for the initial Roni fitting. We took the handle off. We saved this, guys, because this is going to hopefully be the magazine holder for later. So now we can start to see how, or if or what I got to do to fit the pistol. So I predetermined already where it has to fit in. So I know I'm going to have to cut sections out. The most important thing, guys, is that this slide area moves freely in this thing. So I'm starting to see this is the first half. I'm going to have to cut up in here in order for that to happen. I can also see that in the back portion, I should be okay. I just need to measure it and get it down to where it fits. I don't think that's gonna. I think the slide is gonna be able to move freely in there with the way these grooves are, but not this piece. And I don't want to cut all of this piece because that's gonna help to hold in the pistol. Okay, so now that I've taken a look at it, guys, I can see that this part of the pistol will need to come up to this point right here. And that will keep the blow back from damaging the back rear when it clicks back. So, but I have to go ahead and take this off and then cut into it to see how much I can cut off to get down to, because I want to keep this front portion. Okay guys, so after putting this thing through the hot gun, I'm pretty much where I need to be with this. It fits in here, comes in and it comes out. So the deal I have to do now is to make sure that it's stabilized in here when I put it in. So that means I'm gonna have to make sure that I have to create areas to kind of lock it up in here, which is what I plan to do, and shore it up on the inside, which it seems to be, it's pretty good up in there right now. Let me see if, so if I had the blowback on, and it was up in here. So I've got to put in the cocker now, but let's see if it really, yeah, see, so now it releases and it'll go back up in there, the slide. So I just have to make sure that when I enclose this thing and I set it the way it's supposed to be, that it has room for the slide to go back and forth. So that's it on that. So all of this stuff, guys, came off of it. This is the pile of stuff. So I always say, tell you guys, until the build is done, don't even throw away the scraps, because you never know. Like I might have to shim. I might have to shim up in here. So this I didn't have to do too much with this one because it was already set like that. And then this piece right here is the piece that had all the work done to it. So I did have to, I hot knifed a lot of this stuff, guys, because my Dremel, I would have to change all my blades to be able to do all that type of work. So it's not a problem. So that's how I did that. So I think, guys, I'm gonna continue. Let's work a little bit more on this thing. See if I can't just cut the areas that I need to have close, and then I'll do some of that with the hot knife as well. So get yourself a good knife, guys, something that you can use that will work. Then you just kind of put it on your stove or your heat, fire, whatever, so that you can carve through this, and all of this will clean up when you go to sand it and use razor blade to kind of clean it up. Okay, guys, so right now this is the closest we've gotten to this. We've cut the side vent holes. It would be ventilation. I'll have to sand and paint these as once I get a chance to. But so far, that's the design, guys. That's going to be the design. So the grinding seems to, gotta be careful so you don't break anything. I don't want to go too thin either, guys, so I don't want to break through that wall. let's see, hopefully that'll get it. Let me try some of this too, guys, on the back side of this, because that might be keeping it. Back side of the top one. So just rounding the corners off. So guys, I always keep little things that I tear apart or tear off. So, you know, it's like I said, you know, you don't throw away something until you don't need it. And this piece came from the build I did on the TIPX. So you never know what you need or not, you know, you just don't know. Just depends on, you know, how often you build too. I don't know, this might be, you know, I don't know how many, if I do any more, but you never know. They're fun for me, some enjoyment out of it. And it's just like putting puzzles together sometimes, you know. Trying to make things work, trying to make things fit. You know, it's I would guess that it's similar to some of these guys who do the gunsmithing type stuff, guys, where they're fitting stuff to work and making it. Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's better. Still binding a little bit somewhere. Okay, I see. Oh, okay, yeah, there you go, guys. I can see why it's doing that now. It's binding where it's not binding, just a little bit more shaving off the back end, but I see the trick now. It's this area here, and I don't need that, so it's like cut that off and whittle it down, and I think that should do it. So yeah, that did the trick, guys. That did the trick. So it's moving freely. That's what I need. I don't need any drag on this at all. I can see where I can still shave a little bit more off. Let's do a little bit more of that, and I think that's gonna be it. Has to move freely, guys, because you don't want that slide binding in any kind of a way. So yeah, I gotta be very careful with that, because I don't want that to thin out so much that you don't have enclosure. Won't be able to attach that. So some of these elements are coming together. Still have to be able to function properly, or it just will not work. Yeah. Yeah, some of that is also my shavings where I need to clean it up, but that's okay. As long as it, yeah, see, I like that. So that's working. Okay, so I don't know. Let's see. I gotta figure out if I can fit the gun in. Got it to working, guys. I think I'm gonna have to modify this somewhat. Hopefully I can maybe bring this down. It's too high for what I need it to be. Okay, I did manage to modify it. I brought that down some. I haven't fitted in the gun yet, but it's a little more solid than what it was. Hopefully it'll fit and work. Okay guys, so sometimes you catch a lucky break. So remember I told you don't toss anything. So I had this piece here and I dremeled it out, and I dremeled this piece because my cocker keeps rising. So I needed something to fix that gap, but also to flatten it out. So this piece came off of that piece I just showed you. And this just so happens to perfectly fit in the sights, guys. Just like that, fits in the groove of the sights. I don't know if you can see that or not. This piece here fits into the sights. That's all I have to do is glue that to the cocking mechanism and it works perfect. So there you go. Sometimes you catch a lucky break. So guys, this is where we are right now in this Roni build. We were able to do the cutouts that's needed in order for us to use it. We dug out the cavity on the inside of the Nerf gun in order to fit the M&P9. So I'm working on stabilizing it so that it will be in there perfectly. So that's where we are so far, guys. We got a lot more stuff to do. We still have to do some sanding. Got to stabilize it. Got to work on the blowback action with the cocker. So stay tuned, guys. Airguns Raider and Hip Shot. We're out.
De marquinha de fita, ela não sai da minha cabeça. Da cabeçada ela é pica, tá novinha de fita. Ela tá de marquinha de fita, ela não sai da minha cabeça. Da cabeçada ela é pica, tá novinha de fita. Ela tá de marquinha de fita, ela não sai da minha cabeça. Da cabeçada ela é pica.